So, titzt er wieder am Start mit einer weiteren Folge von Fire Emblem Three Houses. Ja, im letzten Part haben wir eine Nebenquest erledigt und es wird uns wieder, Erkunden sehr ans Herz gelegt. Und da wäre eine globale Aktivität, da machen wir das mal. Ja, eine globale Aktivität wäre. Können wir die denn per Dingens beweisen können? Muss ich schon wieder irgendwelche Sachen schnetzeln? Felix und der eine, der uns verstorben ist. Wer ist denn die Quest? Wo ist denn die Quest? Hallo? Mr. Quest Timer. Hallo? Was soll die Quest denn haben von denen? Oder haben die Felix und
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
Wie kann eigentlich Sylvain immer noch leben, da er doch bei uns abgekratzt
What do you
ist?
think, Professor? I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless.
Aber das soll ja nicht das Thema sein. Ich suche denjenigen, mit dem ich eine Quest eingehen kann.
Professor?
Das ist eigentlich unser Saal hier. Löwenklassenzimmer, ja. Gibt's aber auch keine. Manuelas. Adlerklassenzimmer. Ja, und hier hinten ist dann das Hirschklassenzimmer, denke ich mal. Ja. Aber hier ist auch keiner, der eine Quest hat. Doch, du?
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss.
Lawrence.
I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Tja. Alles gut. Wenn ich rekrutieren möchte, wäre lieber...
Say a prayer for Gerald's soul. There's not much else I can do.
Marion würde ich gerne rekrutieren.
Oh,
Das geht.
Professor. Excuse me. I have to go.
Ich muss los. Ja, ja. Wir wissen bis heute nicht. Jetzt haben diese ganzen Gegenstände hier verloren, ey. Meine Fresse, ey. Gibt's doch gar nicht. Naja. Bogenkampf. Ja, nicht Dimitri. Oh. Ash wäre viel besser.
Is that all?
Ash ist da viel besser drin. Ach, ich kann auch KP heilen. Ja, das habe ich bei Ash nicht gemacht. Sorry.
Who's next?
Kann ich noch nicht so viel Schaden machen. Das Viertelfinale. Top.
Is that all?
Naja, wenn du nicht triffst. Sieger ist. Sieger ist Sieger. Das ist Halbfinale, ne? Wie gesagt, ne, Halbfinale.
You never had a chance.
Jetzt im Finale. Natürlich. Und gegen Cloud, ja, warum nicht? Lol. Ja, toll, er trifft 100%, ich nur zu 59, super. Macht das gut.
Too easy.
Er hat sie nicht umgekommen, ne? Darum muss er einer treffen. Warum? Ich hatte 5 KP noch. Was ist denn mit dir?
Professor.
Ja, die trauern alle noch. Das ist ein bisschen wild.
Professor, welcome back. I was... know that you're... There is... I will fight.
Das ist das Gleiche, was sie schon mal gesagt haben. Können wir denn jetzt endlich mal ins zweite Obergeschoss oder geht es immer noch nicht? Würde mich mal interessieren, was ist denn da? Ey? Warum dürfen wir denn da nicht hoch? Würde mich mal interessieren, was da oben ist. Warum wir da nicht hoch dürfen.
Really?
Ach ja,
You've lost someone we can't. You're a
ist ja auch nur das Gleiche.
we can't do. You're a Professor, I've been watching your class activities, and I wondered if you might desire my... Just say the word, and I'll pitch in. Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your crest. Feel free to call on me anytime, and then you can help out with my class, too. It's a joke, Professor. I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
Hermann wird dir helfen! Cool.
Right.
Wird jetzt immer für mich zu.
I wonder.
Fähigkeitslevel gestiegen.
I still have much to learn.
Wenigstens hast du Heilung gelernt. Das ist doch schon mal etwas. Ja, wir können mal Unterstützungen. Die können wir uns jetzt mal anhören, weil wir haben viel von denen. Viele. Können wir ein
He's
paar.
always with that man from Dusker. How strange.
Dann können wir die wenigstens mal wieder hören. Haben wir auch schon lange nicht mehr gemacht.
I'll bet he used some dirty tricks to gain his favor. That's how those scoundrels from Dusker operate.
What a pleasant conversation you seem to be having. May I join? Please, continue.
Oh, Your Highness, I was just...
I said continue.
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Such foolishness runs rampant. I fear it is the reality of Fargus for now.
It must appear strange to them, to see me always in your company.
Does it bother you to do?
Of course not. However...
Let me guess. You take exception to the gossip that you use dirty tricks to obtain your position. Is that it?
That does perturb me, but not for my own sake. I am concerned about your Highness's reputation.
We're not talking about my feelings, but yours. As far as I'm concerned, those fools can talk nonsense until their tongues fall out.
I am afraid I cannot agree. But if you were not concerned for your honor in this instance, then why did you intervene?
Because it is my duty to do so. The day my father was killed, I saw the swine who did it. They were not of Duscur. I saw that, knew it beyond a doubt, and yet I was unable to prevent the massacre that followed. Nor could I clear away the dishonor of regicide that has unjustly clung to you and your people. I will not rest until I make up for that. I owe you, just as I owe the spirits of those I let die.
I do consider Fargus to be abhorrent, but you are an exception. You offered me your hand, and pulled me out from an abyss of suffering and death. You risked your life to save a foreigner you had never met. The moment you extended your hand, I decided that only for your sake would I live the remainder of my life, and I would cast it aside in an instant if my death were to your benefit. For that reason, I cannot consider myself your friend. There are still many in the kingdom who despise the people of Duscur. It would be
To do.
Your Highness?
Do you really believe I care one bit about the chatter of the ignorant?
Of course not. Please forgive my impudence.
I understand the intention of your words. Still, they grieve me. If you wish it so, you may continue to think of yourself as my vassal. I clearly cannot stop you. We need not be anything more or anything less. If that is what you wish to do, so be it.
Your Highness.
You don't like to talk much, huh, Dedu?
I am not skilled in conversation.
Any particular reason?
Reason? I am only here at the monastery because this is where His Highness wishes me to be. Many here are frightened of me, disgusted by me. I grow weary of it.
That makes sense. A lot of people hate Duscur. They think all kinds of terrible things. Some of them even think you kidnap and eat people.
We sound like true monsters.
Why are you smiling? Shouldn't it make you angry?
I suppose.
If those people would just talk to you, I'm sure they'd change their minds. I'll admit that when I first got here, I found you kind of intimidating. I didn't know if it was okay to talk to you. I hesitated. But like I said before, I just wanted to get to know you. And now that I have, I'm not scared at all.
I am not very good at interesting conversation.
We can work on that. Tell me about Duscur. What was your hometown like?
Calm. More forested than Fargus. Each town had a specialty. Smithing, fishing. You would be better off reading about it in a book.
Okay, maybe you're right. But answer me one thing. You're a great cook and you learned at home. Why don't you make more Duscur-style food?
As we have established, people hate Duscur. Food by itself may be harmless, but it is better not to sow seeds of discontent.
Ah. But the cuisine of Dusker is delicious. I'd really like to try more of it.
I am pleased to hear you say so.
Tonight's meal looks exquisite. Time for me to make the most of this opportunity.
Are you all right? Slow down. Your dinner is not going anywhere.
I am not sure it is your business to tell me how to consume my meal. You must admit this food is absolutely delectable. I have not eaten something this tasty in ages.
Well, good.
I suppose my enthusiasm is a tad overwhelming. Do you happen to know who cooked this meal?
I did.
You are the chef?
Today? Yes.
I do not think I have ever been brought to tears by a meal. Oh, Dedu, you are a chef without peer. Why, that was truly more delicious than anything I have eaten in all my years.
I highly doubt that.
No need for modesty. I could certainly never make anything even remotely so delicious. That gives me an idea. Will you please teach me how to cook such delicacies as the one I ate just now?
You want me to teach you to cook?
Indeed. I have never been so emotional over cuisine. You must teach me your ways.
Very well, but only if you are serious, and do not quit halfway through.
Oh, I would not dream of it. Thank you, Chef Dedu.
Ist euch schon mal aufgefallen, dass das gerade irgendwie gepasst hat mit Ash und er redet dann vom Essen und auf einmal reden dann Dedu und Flame über das Essen, beziehungsweise sie will ja das Kochen dann von ihm lernen. Das war sehr interessant, dass ich mit Felix und Dedu nicht reden kann, weil sich das Band noch vertiefen muss. Okay. Also war schon interessant. Verzeiht mir.
It's fine. Honestly, it's pretty funny when you think about it.
I did not expect the horse to react so violently when I approached.
No kidding. And I didn't expect the two of us to get covered in hay.
Animals have never taken to me. It must be as you said. My face is the problem. I have not honed my smile well enough. I deeply regret the trouble I've caused you.
Don't be ridiculous. And especially don't be sad. It's no trouble at all, I promise. Everyone makes mistakes. Isn't that what you've been trying to teach me?
Yes, I suppose so.
It does look like this'll take a while to clean up. But if we work together, it'll be done in no time.
I am truly sorry.
Don't apologize. When it's your turn for stable duty, I'm happy to help.
Really?
Sure. And in return, you can help me out when I'm on kitchen duty.
Of course.
By the way, I tried out all that stuff you mentioned before, about how to not be a scatterbrain. I'm still pretty hopeless, but thanks to you, I'm making fewer mistakes. It's probably not a good idea for me to be left alone around knives and boiling water, though. That's why it'll be really nice knowing you have my back.
You have changed.
Huh?
You no longer fear approaching me for help. You simply ask. And now, when the need arises, I will rely on you, too.
Jetzt geht's schon wieder um die Küche. Was ist denn los hier? Gibt's doch gar nicht. Mit Felix sehe ich schon, der ist noch nicht genug gebunden, aber Ingrid und Mercedes und Ash.
Whoa, what happened? The pan's smoking.
Mercedes, what's going on? My eyes. I can barely breathe.
Oh, Ash, I'm so glad you're here. My cooking's not going very well at all.
What did you put in there?
I used some of this spice, that seasoning, and the herbs on the top shelf. Then I started frying it in oil.
That explains it. We use that herb for smoke bombs. Just turn the heat off and cover the pan.
Oh no, the people in the dining hall don't look so good.
Sorry, everybody. Could we clear out the dining hall for a few minutes, please? Well, some folks were a little annoyed, but at least we got the place cleared out. It's a good thing no one mistook all that smoke for an attack. That could have been a disaster.
I'm so sorry. I always mess everything up.
No, it's my fault. I should have taught you which herbs to avoid. Don't blame yourself.
I just need to figure out how to do it right for next time.
Next time? You still want to try again, even after all that?
Of course! If I didn't, that would just be a waste of everything you taught me.
I guess that's true.
If you quit every time you made a mistake, then you'd never learn anything, right?
That's a great point.
Ah, maybe my mistake was frying the herb in oil. If I had boiled it instead, then there wouldn't be smoke. What do you think, Ash?
Boiling, huh? Yeah, that'd be fine.
Great! I'm gonna get this right next time for sure.
Warum geht's eigentlich immer nur ums Kochen? Was ist denn los mit den Leuten? Ist Kochen so besonders? Jetzt war ernsthaft.
Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh, yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Huh?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ash, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
Erst geht es um die Geschichte und dann geht es darum, dem König zu dienen. Beziehungsweise dann später Dimitri zu dienen. Herman. Ja, mit dem haben wir leider noch keine Verbindung. Er kann alle heiraten. Er kann sogar Lady Rhea heiraten. Was zum Teufel ist los? Nur die können keine Kinder bekommen. Ned hat noch mit Mercedes und Ingrid ein Gespräch. Flane hat mit... Was ist das? Gespräch oder Real? Okay.
Spectacular work, Felix!
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Probably.
Ah, wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
All of them? If you insist. Here we go! Wow, you truly are spectacular!
I know.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Why did I agree to this?
Ich glaube, ich werde jetzt hier einen Schnitt machen, weil wir gleich an die 30 Minuten kommen. Und ich möchte aber gerne noch die Gespräche hinterher machen. Aber anscheinend sind es auch nicht mehr so viele, weil zum Beispiel hier bei Ash und The die können wir nicht machen. Felix und Ingrid wollen noch ein Gespräch haben. Dann haben wir noch Annette und Dimitri. Annette hat aber auch noch mit Ingrid ein Gespräch, mit Mercedes und nicht nur mit dem guten Dimitri. Also wir haben jetzt nur noch 3. Ungefähr 4 Gespräche. Wenn ich sogar noch mal Mercedes und Ingrid spielen wollte. Ja, deswegen, ich werde hier wahrscheinlich einen Schnitt machen und dann geht es halt weiter mit den Gesprächen. Deswegen, ich werde jetzt hier die... Ihr werdet dann sehen, wenn ich einen Cut gemacht habe. Also.
Okay, Mercy. This time we're gonna be really good and get the supplies with no detours. You're so good at sticking to a plan. I should leave the shopping to you. I'll stay out of your way and just browse.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to browse too.
Looks like you girls are having a good time.
Annie? Is this a friend of yours?
I've never seen this person before. I'm sorry to be rude, but we're kind of busy.
Wait a minute. I think you're shopping with money you stole. But no need to worry your pretty little heads. I'm just gonna have to take it back for us common folk.
Step back, Mercy. This could get dangerous.
Listen here, you. There's no way you can win against me. I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. So just back away.
You think you can talk to me that way? I'm gonna...
Oh, the knights are coming.
What?
Annie, run!
This is far enough. We should be safe.
I hope so. But what were you thinking? That sort of behavior isn't like you at all.
I thought you were in danger, Mercy.
You're actually blaming me for this? It's like I don't even know you anymore.
Mercy! I was just trying to protect you. Ingrid? What's the matter, Annette? You look upset. I'm just so sorry. I had no idea. I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on? Well, I was really curious about why you're not interested in things like makeup. So I asked some of our friends about it, and...
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly poor, and they probably also mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
They did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it, but it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine. When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in dirt, bugs in my hair, and a big smile on my face. Things haven't changed too much since. Then, when my fiancé passed on, my priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it, even if it's something trivial like how I present myself. But talking to you has helped me realize it's okay to loosen up and enjoy those things if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away that you were using that makeup I gave you.
You could? Oh, that makes me happy. I was trying to apply it just how you showed me.
You did great, and it really suits you.
I think there's a lot I can learn from you, Annette. You've helped me embrace a lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Ooh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? But what would we buy? That sounds so overwhelming.
There's a dress I've been eyeing for a while now. I'm certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Well, that does sound fun. I look forward to it.
Das sind mal wieder typische Frauengespräche. Ah ja, so ist es eben. Ne? Aber ganz ehrlich, ich habe damit nichts zu tun.
Your Highness, I have a little favor to ask of you.
Of course. How may I be of assistance?
Well,
to me, he was a teacher of martial arts and tactics. He was someone I depended on since I was a small child. But he was also a very stern and strict instructor.
that doesn't surprise me. He was much the same at home. He'd chide us if we made mistakes, whether it was with cooking or even how we spoke.
Is that so? Funny. I suppose in front of his family he felt the need to demonstrate proper etiquette.
Wait, are you saying that's not how he was around you?
Even all these years later, there's something I recall with perfect clarity. It happened in the autumn of my 11th year. Before the break of dawn, he woke me suddenly, said he'd heard a disturbance and had me grab my bow. Then he set me and a fellow pupil loose on a dark mountain. Our only directive was to go catch a deer. As you well know, autumn in the capital is very cold. Now, imagine being up on the mountain at night with no idea what might jump out from the shadows. That, in a nutshell, is the Gustav I knew.
I can hardly imagine that. He was completely different with me.
I recall one other defining detail. He used to speak of you at every possible opportunity.
Really? What would he say about me?
Are you sure you want to know? There's one story he used to tell from when you were very small.
No, stop! It's probably too embarrassing to bear. Is it?
Perhaps.
Look, I'll promise to forget the stories he told me about you if you return the favor. Deal?
Yes, that seems the only thing to do. It's a promise.